Hello everybody and welcome. I have brought out this very special aircraft from my hangar. Haven't flown this in a very long time. It is from DC Designs, the AV-8B Harrier 2. This is operated by the United States Marine Corps and also operated by the British military and the Italian and I believe the Spanish military. This aircraft is a legend, came out in the 80s, and technically it is still in operations, but it is going to be phased out in 2026 and 2027 and will be replaced with the F-35 Lightning II. But this aircraft is a vertical short takeoff and landing capable vehicle, which I will demonstrate hopefully safely and not make a fool of myself. Well, let's go ahead and jump inside this aircraft. We have moved to the cockpit of the Harrier, so let's go ahead and power her on. Down here, battery, generator, engine start, a pew generator. Come over here. I believe the fuel friction control on, and then the fuel proportioner switch enabled. Also turn on position lights, strobes, and navigation lights. Oxygen is on. I believe that's all we needed. Let's also go ahead and do SAS yaw, SES roll, pitch, and Q fuel, I believe. Go ahead and turn anti-skid on. Go ahead and do flaps. I believe flaps. Still relatively like, I am like kind of starting over with this aircraft since I haven't flown this thing in God knows how long. Let's come down here, turn on some lights. APU gen is off now. Let's see, turn on pitot heat switch. Engine anti-ice, windshield, and I believe she's ready. So gear, speed brake, flaps 1 and 2. I believe we are ready for a takeoff. So you can put weapons on this, but we're going to have our wings dry or empty, so we can actually lift, because if we have weapons on here, we're not going to be able to do a vertical takeoff. This aircraft is powered by a single engine. It's a Rolls-Royce Pegasus turbofan with a thrust of 23,500 pounds. So one single engine, which you see the fan right there, the turbofan. We're going to go ahead and turn the nozzles downward. Right here's the nozzles. So if we come back in here and we look right here, there, the nozzles are down. Let's go ahead and bring them up just a tiny. Let's bring them up to a 90-degree angle. I think that's what we need to do, is 90 degrees, because 98 is kind of pushing it forward. So let's go ahead and give it some little bit of throttle and see if we can launch her. I'm just being very gentle. There we go. Trying to be very, very small. Put small inputs in. We're also gonna taper it to the front. We're also going to give it a little bit more juice so we can transition to flight. Right, there we go. While we fly right into downtown Cleveland. That's smart. And right there is Progressive Field. Ooh. I-71. No, I-71's right there underneath us directly. All right. Cleveland Brown Stadium. So there's Burke Lakefront Airport in downtown Cleveland. Now, Burke Lakefront Airport and downtown Cleveland are kind of in a battle. What's happening is that Cleveland wants that property, that airport. They want to destroy it so they can put properties and apartments and high rises. But if you get rid of that airport, you're going to get rid of also the Cleveland Air National Show, which in my book, I find that as being more of a money revenue for the city rather than putting high rises, and that's on the lake. They're looking at like lakefront property as being most important. Now, I personally think the airport is a better infrastructure, allows access to downtown much easier because Hopkins is on the other side of the city. But yeah, I really think that Burke Lakefront should stick around for many more years, especially since the Cleveland Air National Show or Cleveland National Air Show is here. Let's go ahead and do a flyby like it would happen at the air show. Yep, there it is. There's the runway. Harrier is pretty fun though. We're gonna try to see if we can do a nice simple landing, but I have to say this aircraft is very loud in my headset. But yeah, if you come up here, we'll put the weapons on. So let's go 30% right there. And there they are. You got some bombs, guided bombs, missiles, and a cannon. Let's go ahead and remove them again because that's quite a bit of weight. Well, yeah, I haven't flown this aircraft in a very long time, and I'm glad I decided to pull it out. It is by DC Designs. It's a decent aircraft. I may do the videos on the other DC planes because it's been a long time since I've done any type of content on those. They're not horrible. I know that the F-16 is the only F-16 in the sim, and we're right now waiting on India Foxtrot Echo and Heat Blur. I believe Heat Blur is involved to release their F-16, which I am sitting back and waiting because I am excited for that. All right, we're gonna pull back throttle, gears down, come in for a nice simple short landing. Gears are coming down. We're gonna see if we can I don't know what the heck that was. Almost sounded like something blew up on the plane. The way that just sounded or reacted or whatever. All right, flaps. Yeah, see right there? Oh my goodness sakes. I don't know what the heck that is. I don't know if that's a problem with the sim with this aircraft or not, but that was not normal. Oh. Wave off, wave off, wave off. That is not acting right. Flaps back up, gears back up. That did not act normal. Oh, that did not act normal. gonna try that over again. I don't know what that was, but we'll try that over again. Maybe we're running too slow. All right, gears down, flaps. We may need to go out farther. I'm just not sure. We're gonna see what happens. Pick up the throttle. I think we'll be fine. We just need a nice simple landing. Oh, that's long. That's long. Oh. That was kind of long, but we still had plenty of runway to slow down. That's right. We had a parking brake still on. But clearly this Harrier does work in 2024, which is really cool. I do like the Harrier. I really wish we had a better, I wouldn't say a better version, but a deeper fidelity with the Harrier. But yeah, right here is where you would be walking up and down the runway. On this side of the runway, at least, for the Cleveland Air National Show, or the Cleveland National Air Show. I always get those words flip-flopped. So I think the words I'm going to use right now in this video is Cleveland City, or City of Cleveland. You could bite it, because this airport should stay. The airport should stay put. And you can find somewhere else to put your lakefront properties. This airport is far too important for the city, because there's some schools here that people go here for aviation school, and private flights come in, and all kinds of different things. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. But yes, we have flown the Harrier. It's been a long time. I'd say that was kind of a success on the takeoff. Semi-success with the landing. We had to do a go-around, but we did do a successful landing. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps out a lot. See you in the next one. Later.